Alright, today we're here to install this charging station from the brand V2C. You can pronounce it however you like. It's a Spanish company based in Valencia and they manufacture charging stations for electric vehicles. This is the Trident single-phase model 7.4 kW32A. A three-phase 22 kW version is also available. Of course, I'll show you what's inside the box. We have the charging station, the cable, and the accessories. We also offer this high-quality stand as an accessory. It's quite heavy, it's sturdy, and it's made of white stainless steel. You might find it in another color elsewhere, but here it's only available in one. You could also paint it. I'm going to mount it outside, but you can also install it indoors on a wall. The template is included. Just tape it, drill, and attach the terminal. I'll place it outside between the garage doors. The support post between the two garage doors is exactly the same width to the millimeter as the base. So it suits me perfectly. I'm going to move the base about 2 cine away from the post. So there's a little space between the base and the post. And I'm gonna do a bit of masonry, a huge pot, a fairly deep mini slab, so that later when I get it, I can put a roller in front of the base. I can roll up the top with that one. I was supposed to get it by the end of September, but now it'll be the end of October. Another all-electric utility vehicle. It comes with a cable, and I must stay updated on charging stations for insurance. Earlier, I made a video about the reinforced socket and mentioned the P17 socket. Ignore the P17 as it's useless for insurance. I like being up to code for peace of mind on both sides. That way, if something happens, I'm covered. We can install this charging station now. I'll unpack it, but you'll need to run a 3G-10 cable through a conduit. I have around 5 or 6 meters. It runs between the posts, through the crawl space, and back up. I'll film it all for you. Next, we'll proceed with the installation of the electrical cable. Knowing that we can install in the terminal using a ride-in, the differential circuit breaker or the interdifferential. For 2 modules, I'd use a single 40-amp differential circuit breaker. Okay. So when we receive this nice empty box, we open it. Of course, we have the terminal and a QR code to download the app. We'll see that soon. The terminal is made of polycarbonate and weighs 2 kg. Without the cable, of course, we have the slot for the plug. That's a spacer, so we're going to put the terminal there. The cable is 5 meters long with a shutter. Whether it's the version with a plug or with a cable, French regulations require the shutter. A bag of accessories, that's all. There's a small box with an RJ socket. We'll look at that in a moment. The instructions, manual, wall plugs, screws, covers, and the template on the back, we don't need them. For us, it goes on the stand, so this terminal is, of course, compatible with Alexa, but also with solar panels. We also have a quick release, everything on, as I showed earlier. So, of course, here we have a little film to remove. We'll see that in a moment. When we open the terminal, we have the electronic board for the display, a ribbon cable. Behind the ribbon cable, there's a protective cover that will remove the electronic board and will connect here. The differential circuit breaker or the interdifferential with its circuit breaker right here with a ride-in. We turn it back on, we turn it on, we cover it. And here's what it looks like. So I'm going to put it in the panel, but we could put it in the terminal. The concrete has dried well. The conduit is long enough for me to run it up to the terminal. So it goes into the crawl space. Let's go take a look. And it runs over there to the right. You can see it. So it's to the left of the green conduit. So I already don't have any space in the crawl space. But on top of that, I have to go over all these conduits. And so the 3G-10, it comes here from the crawl space. It's right here. I'm going to go back up to the panel, knowing that I've lightened the panel. We could even change this differential, but I don't care because soon it's going to trip. So I lightened it because for those who remember, it was completely overloaded. Since I'm working on the one in the attic, well, I'm taking the opportunity to tidy things up. The idea with the 3G-10 is to run it back up to there. And then for the differential, we'll tap into the connection terminals that are up top. Okay, so nothing too complicated. What we'll need to do is run the wiring. The wires behind all that, that's less fun. We have two 4-1-6 screws. And then I'm going to put 18mm plywood. Of course, behind it, I'll put masking tape. One at the bottom, one at the top. It's just to offset the post base, that's all. I'm not going to worry about that. I'll just press it against the post and it'll be fine. We remove it. You saw inside, it's comfortable for work. You can run 1, 2, or even 3 conduits if you want. So a piece of plywood. Then you take whatever thickness you want if you need to offset it. Of course, let's say we're good. Masking tape. And there you go. And we do the same thing at the top. The little holes to make. And the last little one that's right here. There you go. It's set now. We're good. Let's check. Perfect. I'll start by drilling with a smaller bit. Next, use a drill bit slightly larger than the threaded rod, here a 16. So the goal is to use chemical anchoring. I'll get the cartridge ready. So then we take the threaded rods and put them in. We twist them in until we reach the stop. I'm going to put the foot back on directly. So now, the idea is to drill a hole in the terminal, depending on the hole that's already present on the foot, so we can run the cable through. I flipped it over to let the small debris fall out. It's on the casing, not the circuit board. I'll vacuum everything up afterward. Now I need a 20mm hole for my cable, or maybe 22mm. There you go. With a 22mm hole, I have some wiggle room. So what's a shame is that we don't have a cable gland between the base and the terminal. So I'm going to put a big blob of silicone all around, and I'll make another silicone seal on top. Well, silicone. I'm using polymer glue for extra durability. I passed the needle through the hole, taped it to the cable, and now we just need to pull it back up. So the needle or wire, it doesn't matter, as long as it goes through. And there you go. There's some putty on that. There we go. It's just to make a good seal. A bit on the wire isn't a problem. This is the last terminal step, the ground on. We lift it up. Plus, it's a quick connect terminal block. That's not bad. The neutral on N. There we go. And the last one, the phase on L1. Last step, the idea is to take the 3G-10 and run it up to the differential circuit breaker that we'll place in the panel. The ground wire remains at the bottom because my ground terminal block is there. We turn off the breaker and check for no voltage. After confirming there's no current, it's simple. We take them, then we can tape them together. We take the wires, they're flexible wires. And normally I've reached the destination. So we're going to check so that it doesn't overlap too much. There, that's pretty good. We place the differential circuit breaker on the Deutsches Institut für Normung rail. It's hooked on, it's perfect. Now, it could be a residual current switch plus a circuit breaker. It's cheaper but bulkier. The differential circuit breaker is more compact. See, it's a small module, but it costs more. The small letter N on the left is for the 102 in blue, the neutral, and on the right, we'll put the 102 in brown, the phase. And on the top, the N, the neutral, we'll connect it to the neutral. At my panel, and the phase goes to the phase at 162. Now, I'm not showing you how I strip the wires because I do it with a cutter and it's not great. We'll attach small crimp terminals. All right, we set it to 10. That's done. All right. And so we said to him, all right, my super screwdriver is great. I'll explain soon. And this one, we'll put it here. That way, you can't go wrong. It's labeled N for neutral right here. I don't know if you can see it well. So the blue one is neutral, obviously. On the left and above is the N terminal, which is neutral. This time it's 162. And so 162, that's it. That's done, it's crimped. Let's do its little buddy. And there you go. So I just have to cut off the excess. There you go. Next, we'll pass it and hop behind. Him, perfect. Of course, we'll shake hands afterward, then we'll bring it in. There you go, in this little terminal block. Perfect, my screwdriver, the most annoying one. That's going to be the phase because it's pretty short, so the little phase wire will put it right here, there, perfect. We'll also tighten it by hand in a moment. And now, well, it's convenient because it's super short. I need to put it there. I think I'll remove it. I'm going to remove it. Him. Go ahead. What's bothering me? It's just that it was put on wrong. There you go. Well, I could have made it a bit shorter. I almost feel like starting over, but I tell myself that at least I can push it this way, push it that way, because if I make it very short, I'll have more room to work with. And so there's no reason why he shouldn't have some too. There he goes, just like his little buddies. A little bit of crimping never hurt anyone. Come on, let's put it here. And now that everything is wired, we can turn the power back on. And this one, let's go check the terminal, see what it tells us. All right, we're done with the terminal. We'll review the app for managing the terminal, but installing the terminal itself is simple. You have 3 wires inside. The rest is done at the panel. The longest part is running the conduit. In my case, I had to do some concrete work since it's attached to a post. It's even easier if you attach it to an interior or exterior wall, drill 4 holes, insert anchors and screws, then connect the terminal and 3G-10 to the panel. The longest part is running the conduit and connecting it at the panel. On a differential circuit breaker, there's a residual current device plus a circuit breaker. Like I said, the rain controls everything, so the system is very simple. We're connected to the app. I named it Home, but you can choose any name. At the top left, we have all the user data, notifications, and support. You can log out by ending the session. Privacy policy, billing data, payment operation, invoice, delete account. You can bill other people. Let's imagine I'm in a company and I install a terminal. Well, I can simply bill users for charging vehicles. So for you, it doesn't cost anything except for the cost of electricity. But we can bill through this app, so we can set up payments, then click on the station. The vehicle is disconnected because my charge is full. Yesterday I did it for 3 hours and 22 minutes for 1.13 today. There's nothing because I'm recharging now. Tonight I set up the peak hours and off-peak hours. You click on the little calendar, timer 1, that's what I programmed from 11:30 p.m. to 7 a.m. That's it. See, you can turn all that off or make another timer. Start, end. Got the idea? And next to it, I can turn the terminal on and off. That's really interesting. You had to leave quickly. There's no gate at home, so anyone can enter the terminal. Someone will come and charge at my place. Well, you can just turn it on or off. It's that simple. See? Hop, it turned red and deactivated. I want to reactivate it. Hop, now it's green and activated. It's as simple as that. Let's go take a look in the settings. Of course, I can rename my station, delete it, my station identification, the energy rate, dynamic power control. Set up dynamic control, payment system, language, special option. You can add keys, manage users, and set up Wi-Fi. It's easy to use. However, it might be lacking a bit of color. Right now, it's black and white. I would have liked to see a bit of color in the menus, but at least it's simple and extremely comprehensive. The next charge is Wednesday at 11:30 post-meridian. So tomorrow at 11:30 post-meridian, you can set it up however you want. And so for the Crident charging station, I'll say it again, but it's very simple to install and set up. You'll find all the information and links in the description. And now I find myself with this magnificent life-size box. It could be a box to store shoes or ski boots, or I don't really know what, we'll see. But I'm keeping it because it's pretty sturdy. And a box to store little things can always come in handy. Thank you for watching this video. We'll see each other again very soon to talk more about electricity. The upstairs panel is connected to this one. We'll discuss it soon. Take care and see you soon.